Good morning, Sagittarius, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and just give you your ex-lover's romantic reading and just to see what actions your ex might be taking towards the message presented here in these cards, okay? Now I'm going to share with you the signs that I'm seeing coming up, as they appear, and um, share the message with you. And of course, if it resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. And if you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, just examining these oracle cards here because you have received such a positive message here. So it seems that with this X, this card is kind of telling you that with this worth waiting for, divine timing has arrived and that it is, in fact, safe for you to open your heart here for this ex here. I think it's, you perhaps some of you have been longing to can maybe reconnect with this ex, and it's telling you that, this ex has been worth waiting for here, you know. And to further emphasize that fact, this message here is just telling you too that it's certainly safe for you to love, and try to open your heart to kind of give and receive the highest energy of all, because you certainly do have a magnetic type attraction here with having this chemistry card. But I do feel that because of all of the problems that the two of you may have experienced, or that may have caused the demise of this relationship, that it is in fact time that you have a heart to heart conversation and really honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And really trust, ladies and gentlemen, that the situation is going to resolve itself in its own divine timing, and just have faith in the right outworkings of God here. Okay? And when you're having this heart to heart conversation, you may want to try to, again, by opening your heart up a bit more, flirt a bit more too, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So I'm just going to get started with just making a few general observations about your reading here about the cards. Okay? I've decided today, as you see here, I'm using the zombie tarot deck here today. And I'm just going to make a few general observations, and then we're just going to dive more so into your reading to see why um, the message that I've shared with you from these oracle cards are consistent with your reading here. Okay? So we have a very fluid layout here, but you certainly do have um, a lot of obstacles and a confusion, or you're feeling that way. And there's a need for you to be a bit focused here. It looks like you're questioning what actions your ex is going to take next here. And I'm feeling that there are several people involved. And I'm also getting that you're going to be receiving invitations of all sorts to parties and gatherings. But again, to further emphasize, due to the tremendous nature of the hazards that you have here, and to further emphasize that financial and career concerns might in fact be impeding the process of your relationship, there seems to be a lot of financial and material concerns that are very significant and important to you, at this time here. Okay? I'm also feeling too with the you have two threes as well in your reading, so that kind of shows as well a promising type outlook is to be expected here. But I do feel too that with the two sevens that you have here, that an enemy or an intruder may be kind of trying to step into your way, you know. But I feel that you're going to be okay. And I see that you're trying to be very realistic about your situation here, okay? I'm also seeing too from these combinations right here is that it looks like you're gonna soon have some type of interaction with an influential, or it could be an older authoritarian type person, and it feels to me that others are really influencing your situation, that you've been waiting. So that's why it goes back to this card that it's the person is worth waiting for. Okay. I'm also feeling that this ex might be a bit of a character who loves to play the field, a smooth talker type person, a Jezebel or Casanova type person. I do feel that this relationship also has some potential for abuse. It seems to be more verbal and or physical here. I'm also seeing something connected with a caravan or some type of house on wheels, or if you will, or an RUV in some sense that I'm getting here that seems to be connected, which in fact, the two of you might even, in fact, go on a trip in it, okay? So why don't we just go on and just move right along and just get started and just looking at the cards that kind of failed here. We have the bottom card here. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, so with the Five of Cups, that connects with water signs, okay? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And Mars governs this card in Scorpio. So being that this is the bottom card, it shows you mourning, okay? It shows you feeling a sense of guilt here. It also shows your ex also feeling this way too because of what happened between the two of you. You're wondering what in the hell went wrong and, what you could have done better or differently. You're more so crying over spilled milk because keep in mind that with this card, things are in fact salvageable should you wish them to be. You still have another chance with this ex I'm kind of getting here. Okay? I'm kind of feeling that with your situation, one of you may have become a bit bored, or, you just felt obligated to the person when at the time you really, I'm kind of feeling you were not really, really feeling that way. Okay? And then you just moving on to kind of looking at what's kind of affecting, ladies and gentlemen, your present situation. We have the Chariot. Now, with the Chariot, that also connects with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it's more so with Cancer I'm getting. So this card brings about victory, success, as well as forcefulness and struggle. So it shows that you previously, or it shows you previously being in sync with your ex, and you kind of contemplated your future together, I'm kind of feeling. And I feel that while you were very ambitious, I feel that for many of you, your situation became a bit stale as you see the symbolism there. Okay, with people falling out on the ground here. And it became stale due to very arguments I'm getting and very conflicts, ladies and gentlemen, of all sorts here. Okay? So let's move right along to your present situation. We have the Three of Hazards. Okay, so with the Three of Hazard, it connects with earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, okay, and Taurus. So Mars is in Capricorn with this card, and of course, as you can see here, this card is all about teamwork, growth, ladies and gentlemen, cooperation, as well as satisfaction, you know? But it's also at times here all about a lack of trust, you know? So what we see here with this card is that, although many of you lacked trust due to perhaps what has gone before, you know, your emphasis now seems to be more on your status and materialistic things, further emphasizing the fact that finances and career may be affecting your situation, okay? Or you're trying to maintain your family situation, okay? So again, just to put it more bluntly, although many of you lack trust and your focus seems more on, materialistic things, I feel that you're going to certainly hear you you're going to hear from this ex here I'm getting, and you're going to discuss your future, okay? Because this card tends to give a great opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to resolve, conflicts, you know, and the reason why is because this card is all about teamwork and growth, And this denotes a vast improvement in that you're going to share, really solve your problems, and you're going to develop a more solid partnership, And I feel that you really want to improve things with your ex here. And this is because you feel that you've put in a lot of effort. And I feel that you might even discuss the possibility, ladies and gentlemen, of moving in together, or even maybe renovating perhaps a dwelling that one of you already owns. Okay, I feel that this person, this ex, appears to be a bit talented. a perfectionist, and the person seems to work very hard. I'm kind of getting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So let's turn our attention to how your ex really feels about you here. Okay? We have the King of Wands there. So, with the King of Wands, that's so associated with fire signs, Aries. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, the ex certainly feels you're very attractive, very passionate, charming, ladies and gentlemen, generous, at times dramatic, you know, forceful, bossy, yet confident. You know, you're very loyal, they feel, optimistic, even in fact, impulsive at times, but very sensuous, you know, as someone who can really help out financially. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind with these type of feelings, or with me kind of expressing, you know, what I'm feeling concerning these cards, it could be vice versa. It could be how your ex is, you're feeling about your ex, as well as how the ex is feeling about you. So that, just keep that in mind. And this ex might even potentially even be involved in sales or teaching or a marketing type position, or does something, work in a creative type field, you know, that I'm kind of getting, a professional type person that I'm getting. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Hazards next to that. That represents an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So the ex sees you as being, you know, very dependable, thoughtful, intelligent, very secure. And again, the feelings can be vice versa. As being someone that's very open minded, someone that's hospitable, you know, grounded, someone that is very, has very good business acumen, you know, a very down to earth person, you know. So I'm feeling that the ex is, you know, again, I'm picking up more of a business type or managerial type person that I'm getting. Okay, so let's turn our attention to your feelings about, you know, your ex. And again, it can be vice versa here. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. And with the Seven of Swords, it connects with air signs. Okay, so we have Aquarius, Gemini, and Leo. But with this card, the moon governs, the moon is actually in Aquarius. So you feel the ex is very cunning, you know, a duplicitous type person, someone that might be a bit insincere, which is why you might have these trust issues, right? And so these oracle cards here are telling you that the situation is requiring you to have trust, and it is in fact safe for you to love here. You know, so you feel your ex feels guilty or betrayed, you know, deceptive, or you're feeling the ex is very sneaky, really ingenuous, you know, very fake and hypocritical, ladies and gentlemen. Even in fact, a spy for some of you, a cowardice type person, you know, someone that's uncertain, someone, again, as I've said from the onset, someone who's playing games, you know, someone that's, you know, really acting, ladies and gentlemen, like a player here, okay? And then we have what sits right here. Here we have the Two of Swords. Once again, air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and the moon is in Libra with this card. So you also see this ex as being indecisive, confused, even in fact, dismissive, you know, very distrustful, even in fact, waiting on something. Now, again, I'm going to have to reiterate the fact that you could be feeling, the ex could be feeling the same way about you. Very antagonistic, ladies and gentlemen. Suppress, one who kind of suppresses his or her emotions, or one that's kind of going through a crisis of some sort or dilemma. Okay? So now let's turn our attention to what's really not important in your situation. So, ladies and gentlemen, putting your focus in this direction is not going to get you what you want. So, these are the things that you might want to be look out for here. Okay? So we have the Hierophant. Okay, so with that card, it connects with a Taurus, okay, or even an Earth sign, all right? So certainly now is not the time to be rebellious. It's certainly not the time to question matters or to kind of make promises that you certainly know you can't keep, you know, or to even conform or act how someone else wants you to act. All right. So then, what is important? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so that connects with air signs: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So it's now important for you to kind of really make a conscious yet clear decision. Trust your intuition. And just keep it real. To thine own self be true. It's now important for you to be clear on what you really want and kind of speak up, ladies and gentlemen, for yourself. Here, this is what that's kind of suggesting here, you know? So let's look at that. Should you go back to this X, let's look at potentially what might be hidden here. We have the Knight of Cups, okay? So that connects with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And with this card, it certainly involves or is all about seduction, romance. So it also connects with a younger person. So I'm seeing that there's a variety of people here. I'm seeing people over 35 and I'm seeing people under 35 that's coming towards you here. But you are, in fact, since this is showing you what's hidden, you're going to receive some type of proposal of some sort, an offering or some type of invitation, a message. Because this card is definitely all about reconciliation, and you are going to reconcile your differences, as already suggested here with these cards, and it gave you information on what you can do to kind of move your situation forward here. Okay? So it shows some type of outing or trip. And if we can go back to the observations here, I saw some type of a caravan or some type of RV or something that you might be using. Okay? So this card always brings about positive changes and a fresh start. Okay? And let's move right along to see what's your outcome. We have the Ten of Hazards. Okay? So with this card, it connects with earth signs. Okay? But Mercury is in Virgo. All right? So this card, as you can see here from the symbolism, is all about strong ties, security, and starting a family for some of you. So I feel that you're going to definitely feel safe. And I feel that you and your ex will kind of get more involved and more committed, I'm kind of feeling, And for some of you, if you've been contemplating, marriage or, if it's not a marriage that's going to come up for you guys, it's going to be more so centered around of you kind of, having a more harmonious type situation or relationship here. Okay? And just give you a few more messages regarding your situation here is that, I'm feeling that harmony is certainly, in fact, going to be restored in your situation here with kind of looking at that harmony type card there, because you're being kind of called to kind of be a bit more tolerant, and be a bit more patient and not to really be afraid of what's kind of happening in your situation, which is why you are called to kind of, you are being called to kind of trust here, you know? And then you have hope, ladies and gentlemen, you know? And this card is asking you once again to kind of open yourself up a bit more in this trust and the right outworkings, of God here. And to look to your inner strength, ladies and gentlemen, because you have to understand that many of you think that you're a weak vessel, but you're actually stronger than what you actually realize. And try to do something for this ex. Give your attention a bit more than perhaps what you've done in the past here. And treasure people who are important in your life here, because it certainly appears here that you have a very strong spiritual connection. And this relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime, as suggested here, that you have the right chemistry um, with one another here, you know? And prepare, ladies and gentlemen, to be a bit more astounded than what you have been accustomed to kind of being here, okay? So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to share a few closing messages here. And, just to understand that, imagine that if all your unwanted thoughts dissolved into light, try to imagine all of your unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, because it seems here that you've been kind of mourning a lot, and try to create room for new possibilities and opportunities that are forthcoming, you know, and try to hear, let there be closeness between you, but also give each other the necessary space that you need here. Because love never claims, ladies and gentlemen. It just simply allows, you know? And you have to give the person the necessary space that is needed here. And I feel that a profound transformation is certainly taking place in your life. Try to be yourself, because you certainly have much to offer the world by just being you, you know, and understand that your love has the power to really transform all things, include your situation with this ex here that you've been kind of having trouble with. So, in order for you to kind of really heal your relationship with your ex, you're going to first must heal the relationship with yourself, including possibly even with God here. Forgive yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Accept yourself and love yourself a bit more. So, Sagittarius, I hope that this reading has offered food for thought. I look forward to hear your comments. Please like and share. And if you need a personal reading, you can contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Enjoy your day.